Barnaby, Joyce, thanks for your time.
It's very good to be with you, Brian. Good evening.
An inconclusive election. What are the lessons that come out of this?
Well, I think, Brian, pretty obviously we need to listen a great deal more.
Who do you need to listen to?
I beg your pardon?
Are you negotiating with the independents?
Yes, Brian, we currently do little else.
And how's that going?
Ah, well, you know, it could be, I mean, it's bloody hope. It's...
You have your good days and your bad days.
What a good way to look at it, Brian. Yeah, we'll have a good day if I just wait long enough.
Barnaby, Joyce, what went wrong, do you think?
Well, I think a lot of people are just pretty grumpy, Brian. I mean, if the gate's open and the weather's bad, blame the government. The internet doesn't work, blame the government.
Well, hang on a second. Whose fault is it if the internet doesn't work, really?
Bad example, Brian. But let's say the budget's a shocker and kids can't buy houses and the health and education are going...
But whose fault is this really?
Well, Brian, you're missing the point a wee bit. My point is that a lot of people are unaware of what you can do in government and what you can't do.
Yeah, and I suppose the difficulty for you here is you're leading the junior party in a coalition government.
Tell me about it, Brian. I've just spent a fortnight dodging fruit.
Tell me, how does the coalition work in practice?
Well, as I keep saying to people, Brian, the coalition is simply a natural alliance of two groups in the political framework who have a great deal in common.
Why aren't they one political group?
Well, they are
then?
one group. That's what I'm saying to you.
So why are there two groups?
There aren't two groups. Two parties, Brian, within the one group.
But how does this work in practice? I mean, let's say you're the Deputy Prime Minister, you're the leader of the National Party, you want to increase diesel rebate.
Yeah, very good example.
What do you do?
In that case, Brian, I would go in and I would speak to Malcolm, in this case, Brian, and I would say, Malcolm, we want to increase the diesel rebate.
And then what happens?
Then I would explain to Malcolm what diesel is.
And what does he say?
He would say, how nice to see you, Barnaby. We must do this more often. Thanks for your useful suggestion. I'll have a talk with my friends. And then of course, he goes away and he speaks to all these plonkers from Wallara and that guy, Scott Harrison or whatever.
Scott Morrison, I think.
Him, yeah. And they have a bit of a think about it.
And then what?
Well, that's as far as we've ever got, Brian. We've never got further than that.
I mean, this puts you in a difficult position, doesn't it?
Tell me about it, Brian. It puts me in a terribly difficult position, yeah.
How do you get on with Bob Catter, by the way?
Oh, Bob's a good bloke. I've known Bob for a very long... I wouldn't have any... Oops, excuse me. Oh, this will be him. Oh. G'day, Bob. Yeah, how they hanging? Yeah, good. Yeah, what are you doing Saturday? You want to run a country? Oh, don't worry about him. I'll talk to him. No, leave him to me. I'll talk to him. Well, old buddy, explain what diesel is. Leave him to me.